November 20th, 2000.
It was so cool flying in the cockpit when the sun was coming up and the fog was rising up. The sun was hitting the mountains, and the pilots took us by Table Mountain so we could, really check it out. Then we got off the plane, the weather was great, it felt great. It's a beautiful place.
It's gonna be in Aberlour for 5 hours,
Yeah, we went into Cape Town. It was probably the quickest stop out of all of them. I think we were there a total of 4-6 hours tops.
Are we on time? 7:10?
Yep, we're early. All 5 of us are sick. As you can hear me, I'm sounding like crap. But we just got off the plane, and we're headed to a press conference, then a radio interview. We're only here for 5 hours. Head back on the plane, off to Rio, and then off back to New York.
It's the very first time we've been in South Africa, believe it or not. Yeah. We've been talking about coming here forever. It's just, it seems like every time we go on tour, it doesn't seem to go into our schedule.
We haven't had time to really enjoy a lot of places that we've been to because we're in and out so quickly. Get a taste of the world, and then when you have time, you just come back.
We got to see a bit more, I'd say, in the earlier days than we do now. And that's because it's just a little bit harder now for us to actually go out in public and not to create too much of a crazy mayhem.
Wow, check out these trees up here. That's Table Mountain?
We do get cheated out a little bit sometimes coming into the towns. It's one of those kind of things that I guess they say is a price to fame.
Zoom it up.
Seeing the reactions of people's faces that have never seen, like South Africa, who've never been there, that's really cool. They were freaking out. Wow.
There was this band that was out there playing As Long As You Love Me. And I think they had that one verse and that chorus memorized completely, because that's what they kept on playing over and over and over and over. It was cool that they had our songs down. It was really like a treat to us.
The only band trying to pull 6 continents in 100 hours, making their first and hopefully not last visit to Cape Town. Please welcome the Backstreet Boys.
Doing a press conference, which we actually had a chance to pet a cheetah.
Being close to a wild animal like that and touching it and looking into its eyes, I mean, that thing could have just swiped and ripped my whole face off if it wanted to. It just makes you realize how insignificant human beings are.
That's a big cat.
I'm out of here. Bye, girly girls. I love getting gifts. This is a cool looking thing. Little booty smacker. Say my name, say my name. Rockin' Rio, baby. I cannot wait. What's really weird though is when we get there at 4 o'clock.
I know.
And by that time, we have already eaten probably lunch, possibly even dinner for some of us. That's gonna be really weird. Rio de Janeiro. Oh, it's hot.
When we got to Rio, I knew it would be crazy, it would be mayhem.
Backstreet Boys fans in general are like the Secret Service. They know where you're going before you do. They're always there waiting for you. They know what flight you're on, even flying private. They know how to get to the airport, what gate that you're going to, and to meet you at customs so they can get an autograph.
Here we go, please! There you go, Brian, that's it. Welcome to Rio! Look at it. Forward.
Unorganized and crazy. See how not calm it is here? Hello? Oh, she's gonna bust your ass.
Wow. We were told there was a couple people outside the hotel at first. And by the time we got around closer to the area, they said there was a good couple thousand. Then as we got even closer, they said there was a major, major crowd there.
Oh, yeah, baby.
next thing you know, we looked out the front, and we just saw this, looked like a swarm of ants in front of the building. And we were like, oh boy, this is gonna be interesting.
AJ was saying, let's just get out and run down the beach.
It gets scary that you kind of fear for your safety, as well as you fear for the fans' safety.
Don't fall, don't fall. Yo, they're gonna crush that girl. She's falling down. Oh, no. Here we go. Oh, no. No, please, God, get her up, get her up.
They were just so excited. I mean, like I said, you would have thought like the president, Michael Jackson, or somebody was there that, you know, it was like a legend. I couldn't believe it that, you know, it was just all for us.
This is insane. This is definitely insane.
I'm going to the front of the hotel, the other route. Okay, back up and go reverse.
Outside our hotel was 10,000 people. There were people on the beach and out in front. When we pulled up in front of the hotel, they were like shaking our van. We thought they were going to tip it over.
See, now, this is the part where it gets scary. Because you don't know what's... If any of us fall or anything, we're screwed. Screwed. I don't care if they have 100 security guards. There's 10,000 girls. They're going to run you over. I don't care how big you are. They'll kill you.
But the trick here is that the door of the bus that we're in is on the opposite side of the door that we need to go into. So what do we do? Out and around. Back up and turn around? Hell no.
So we got to go out and around the bus to get out of here. There's no other way out. Let's go.
It was just unbelievable.
That was pretty crazy.
When we come back, we announce on the radio where we're staying, and we stay at a different hotel. So all the fans are outside one hotel, but we're at some other hotel 10 miles down the road.
The way we're treated, I don't feel worthy of all the screaming.
Why are you tripping?
You see people in there freaking out, you just kind of get in a zone where you try to stay calm and grounded and centered and be like, hey, how you doing? You know, I'm just a regular person.
You're gonna go in, they're just gonna take a photo. It's not signing.
I don't think you can ever totally get used to it.
There's about 30 people, 40 people in there, kids.
You never know totally what to expect.
You have people grabbing at you and tugging at you and wanting to touch you. A lot of times they don't realize, you know, they can get a hold of something. And, I mean, it's sometimes dangerous.
That girl was definitely grade A, prime choice.
That crowd that was out there earlier had like quadrupled. I mean, just all the fans that were out there. It was just, I mean, that was amazing. That was really amazing. It's like that butterflies, that adrenaline that keeps you actually going and puts you almost like on autopilot.
I live for this. This is my first love. I love to do what I do.
People want to see us come and perform, and they're excited that we're there. That makes me happy. When you're on stage in front of fans, it goes so quickly that it's like a flash, and it seems like you're up there for 5 seconds.
Don't wanna hear you say, don't wanna hear you
times when you look around and you're like, well, you know, what's going on here? You do get nervous before you go on stage and stuff like that. So you go up there and try to just give it your all because, you know, you never know when the last time these people are going to be seeing you. You got to perform like it's your last performance every time you're up there.
You guys are beautiful.
Hopefully we can set some new records and start a whole new trend again and hopefully go back to being #1.
Backstreet's back.